Audio Jungle.
Let me also, which is not usual, that we have also members from the Ministry of Information and National Orientation. Today, Council has approved a number of changes in our policies to strengthen our national values system. The chief of which is that the National Citizens Value Brigade has been approved to be established in all primary and secondary schools, as you have heard from the Honorable Minister of Education. Of course, this will raise model citizens among Nigerians. We have noted, Council has noted the gradual erosion of our values, especially among the younger ones, and this is giving rise to the kind of misbehavior and attitude that we see that is out of tune with our tradition and our norms and our upbringing. So, Council has noted that there is the need for strengthening and going back to these core values that Nigeria is known for over time, for which we know that there has been some kind of decline. So today, Council said, first, the National Citizens Value Brigade will be established, not just in primary schools, in secondary schools, across this country. Now, this will also help to create the ambassadors of Nigerian values that this country seeks to have. Again, there was an approval of the inclusion of the National Values Charter and the national symbols to be made mandatory, not just in our curriculum, in the teaching of civic education, but also among appointees of government. For example, at every retreat, at the inception of every administration, members, for example, of the Federal Executive Council will have some form of workshop or training on what our national values are, so that this can be further be inculcated. And not only that, also the standardization of our national symbols, the national flag, the national anthem, the Naira notes, the Constitution, and all those things that make what we call our national symbols. We must standardize them. Council has approved that the National Orientation Agency will take charge of that. The way we see our flags being hosted in some indiscriminate manner will be standardized. There is a particular standard of the way we want our national flags to look like at all times. The ones on the table, the ones you mount on your vehicles, the ones that also stand, with particular dimensions and all the details of that will be provided later. But it is important to mention that in addition to the infrastructural revamp that this administration is paying a lot of attention to, there's also the need for us to have a value reorientation amongst all Nigerians. And this, of course, the administration is paying a lot of attention to, and emphasis is going to be put there. The objective is that the decline that we have seen in our value system, we hope that we will reclaim those, and this, again, will help in moving this direction on the part of sustainable progress and development that all of us collectively so desire. So the Council has said that a lot of these activities that have been put in place, details of which we will provide to you, members of the press. It's difficult to now go into those details now. Now, having said that, there is also, for emphasis, that the Council has directed that a technical committee for the review of all dams in Nigeria be set up. That has been approved by Council. It's a technical committee to review all dams in Nigeria as a result of what we have seen in Borno, and also the kind of activities we are seeing around our various dams. scattered around the country. The committee has now been set up so that we focus on that and mitigate the possibility of the kind of disasters that we have seen in recent time. And the committee will have, of course, the Honorable Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation as chair, Honorable Minister of Finance, Honorable Minister of Works, Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Budget and Economic Planning, of the National Office of the National Security Advisor, and of course the Ministry of Information, to provide you with the necessary information that you require from time to time. Just an addition to what the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning has also put out, the Disaster Relief Fund that Council has approved to take off today will have from the private sector as well. The Minister of FCT will be there, the Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, the Honorable Minister of Budget, and other relevant ministries. We'll give you details of that also as we move on. Of course, the Ministry of Information will also be there to continue to give you the necessary information that you require. Now, in view of the fact that today, as you'll agree with me, we've had a very bumper edition, a lot of things to report on. I will crave your indulgence as I open the floor for questions to please. I know hands are already flying up because there are a lot of things to talk about, but please, let's...
Audio Jungle.